All right, we have the question here. All right, we have to find the values of A, B, and C. Okay, these are the coefficients on the right hand side. All right, so we're going to use critical values so that first we find our value of C, then we'll be able to ascertain the values of A and B. All right, so the critical value is the value that when we input it into this expression here, all right, it will get rid of most of the variables. Okay, so from here we can see that we can say x plus 1 equals 0, right? So therefore x equals -1. All right, so this is going to be our critical value. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put x equals -1 into the left hand side of the expression and also on the right hand of the expression to find our value of C. All right, so we're going to say 2 -1 squared 2 -1 squared minus -1 plus 3. All right, and what we do on the left hand side, we also do it on the right hand side. So we say A, okay, open brackets, -1 plus 1 squared plus B, right, -1 plus 1, right, plus C, right, plus C. All right, so -1 plus 1, that is 0. 0 squared times A gets cancelled out. -1 plus 1, that's 0. 0 times B, that's 0. So the B is cancelled out. So we're just going to remain with C on our right hand side. All right, so this is going to be 0 plus 0 plus C, right? Then on our left hand side, -1 squared is 1. 1 times 2, that's 2, right? Negative and negative make positive, so say 2 plus 1, right? Plus 3, right? So 2 plus 1 plus 3, that gives us 6. So the value of C is 6. Okay. Now, since we have found the value of C, we're now going to try to find the values of A and B. Okay, we're now going to try to find the values of A and B. All right. So here, let's say we're going to equate x to 0 first. Okay, we're going to equate x to 0. So let's say when x equals 0, so here it's up to you to choose what number you want to equate x to. Okay, but if we it's going to be helpful when we equate it to 0. So when x equals 0, right? So this x equals 0, we're going to put it on the left hand side and also on the right hand side. Okay, so we're going to say 2 0 squared minus 0 plus 3. Okay, this is on our left hand side. And on our right hand side, we're going to say A. Okay, I'm going to say A, open brackets, 0 plus 1 squared plus B. Okay, again we say 0 plus 1 plus C. Okay, so 2 times 0, that's 0, minus 0, that's 0. So on our left hand side, we're going to have 3, right? 0 plus 1, that's 1. 1 squared is 1. 1 times A is A. Plus, okay, 0 plus 1, that's 1. 1 times B, that's B. So we have A plus B plus C. Okay, so we already have our value of C. So let's substitute 6 for C in this expression. So we're going to have 3 equals A plus B plus 6. All right. So we're going to take this 6 over to the left hand side, right? So we're going to have 3 minus 6 on the left hand side equals A plus B, right? So 3 minus 6, that gives us negative 3, right? A plus B, right? So this is our first equation, all right? We're going to have to use simultaneous equations to find the values of A and B, all right? So we're going to equate x to another number. Okay, we're going to equate x to another number. So let's say, okay, what other number can we use? Let me just also make space on this board here. Or maybe let me just go to the next part of the board. Okay, so next we're going to try to equate x to 1. Okay, we equate x to 1. All right. So we'll say when x equals 1, right? When x equals 1. All right. So I'm going to have 2, 1 squared, right? We're substituting all the x's for 1, 2, 1 squared minus 1 plus 3 equals A 1 plus 1 squared plus B, okay, open brackets again, 1 plus 1, right, plus C, all right, plus C, all right. So 1 squared is 1, 1 times 1, that's 2, 2 minus 1, right, 2 minus 1, that's 1, 1 plus 3, that's 4, okay. 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 squared, that is 4. So we're going to have 4a plus, right, 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 times b is plus 2b, yeah, plus c. We already have our value for c, all right? Our value for c is 6. So we say 4a plus 2b plus 6, right? So we're going to take the 6 over to the left hand side. So we're going to have 4 minus 6 equals 4a plus 2b. 4 minus 6, that's negative 2, right? So we have negative 2, 4a plus 2b, right? We can simplify this expression if we divide all sides by 2, all right? We're going to get negative 1, all right? We're just dividing all sides by 2 to simplify this expression. So 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. 2 divided by 4a, that's 2a. And 2 divided by 2b, that's b. So this is our equation 2. Okay. So as I said, we're going to use simultaneous equations to find the value of a and b. All right. So we're going to use the elimination method. Okay. So what was the equation for 1? Okay. All right. So we say a plus b equals negative 3. Right, and then we also have, what was the other equation? Let me just check it. Just waiting for this board to load. Let me try restarting this board. Let me open it. Then let's try to start. Oh no, I mean you have to start this question again. Okay. Yes, we had a plus b equals -3. Then we also have 2a 2a plus b, right? 2a plus b equals -1, right? So we can use the elimination method. We can get rid of these b's, we just subtract, all right? We're going to say b minus b cancel each other out. 1 minus 2a, we get -a, okay? And we're going to say -3 minus -1, right? So this becomes positive, so we have -3 plus 1, and that gives us -2, right? So multiply both -a and 2 by -1. So 1 times -a, that gives us a. -1 times 2, yeah, so -1 times -a gives us a. -1 times -2 gives us 2. So our value for a is 2, right? Now I want to get our value for b. So we can substitute a equals 2 into any equation. So I'll substitute it into this equation. So a plus b equals -3, right? So then already have our value for a, so that we say 2 plus b equals -3, all right? Then we take these 2 over to the right hand side. We'll have b equals -3 minus 2, that gives us -5. So b equals -5.